Hey everyone, One Big Boss here. As you can tell from the title of the video that you clicked on, we're talking about Konami and some more bullshit that they're apparently pulling at the company itself. Now this is coming from numerous different sites reporting, but they're all pretty much reporting the same thing. And we all know, most people it's like, well, it's probably a lie. It's probably not that true. But with the way Konami has been handling their business within these last couple of months there, we all know that they're not the company they used to be. The president is shifting towards mobile gaming and other kind of stuff, like not like the hardcore gaming that we're used to, and that's kind of causing a problem with a lot of the people. I mean, hell, I'm pretty sure their stocks have tanked because of what they've done. But a new report came out saying about pretty much how the company itself is not treating their employees fairly. Now, again, this is just like a report. This could be somebody angry making up something. Konami will obviously deny it. Even if it is true, they'll probably deny it. But this is some of the stuff that I've been coming up with. I've got it right here on the screen. And it's so weird when I read this and everything. I read over it a couple times because I was just like, this only happens in sci-fi movies, kind of thing. Big Brother watching you, kind of thing. And sometimes I would expect something like this from like an American company or something like that, but this is totally, even like if it was an American company, it's still pretty far fetched. But like I said, I got things right here, and I'm gonna start reading them off. What was it? One of the reports say that employees leaving the company offices during their lunch break having their absences monitored with time cards. Those who stay out too long are having their names announced throughout the company. Now, again, like, that's something right there. I mean, if you shouldn't be out of the company for so long, you shouldn't be out there longer than you need to be. I mean, if you're like a minute or two late and stuff like that, clocking back in, that's no big deal. I've worked for companies before. If you clock in, like, even like 3 to 4 minutes late, sometimes even 5, as long as you're there and you're a good employee and you've been doing stuff, they don't really care. Because, stuff happens when you're out there getting lunch or whatever, or, driving back from getting lunch. There could be something. They understand that. To me, that's just a little creepy, them monitoring the time cards like that. Let's see. Next one up here on the list. They've confirmed that there are cameras in the office corridors that aren't there for security, but rather to monitor the movements of Konami's own employees. So, right there, you're just like, what? I'm reading that, and I'm like, so you're watching your employees to make sure they're doing their jobs? I mean, granted, I did have a job like that before, and I gotta tell you, it was really hard to do my job knowing that you were constantly monitored for what the job I was doing at the time. You didn't need to be constantly monitored or anything. It was really stupid. Quite frankly, like, I didn't like it, and I can understand like that. It must be kind of creepy to have a company fucking spying on you when you're trying to do your job. Next one up here. This one's a pretty long one. It says that most Konami employees do not have their own permanent company email address. Staff who must deal with people outside the company, such as sales and PR, do. However, everyone else routinely has their address randomized and changed every few months. Note, Konami employee emails are typically a few letters followed by a string of numbers, but this random email changing has been going on at Konami for years. A while back, one Konami employee told me this was done to prevent headhunting. Over the years, I have seen developers with company email addresses that this might have changed recently. And I can understand that. But again, I think it's just them being paranoid and just trying to force people out. That could be like one thing about it. I'm not too sure why they would just keep randomizing and changing everything every few months. I don't understand what that accomplishes, really. Again, it's just really kind of fucked up. The other one here is that Konami game developers who aren't seen as useful are reassigned to jobs as security guards, cleaning staff at the company's fitness clubs, or roles as a Pachi-slot machine factory. This includes not just junior staff, but producers who have worked on well-known game titles. In 2013, Asahi News, one of Japan's largest newspapers, ran an interview with former Konami staffer who allegedly went from game development to working in Konami's Pachi-slot factory, causing him to experience severe depression. I mean, that's fucked up. I've worked for companies before where people who never did their jobs, never got in trouble, they never got fired or anything like that, But you're taking somebody who's, instead of firing them for not doing their job or maybe like not performing well or not following the rules, you're humiliating them by demoting them to a cleaning service. I mean, I'm not saying that's demotional or anything like that, because that's a job's a job. But when you're going from a job that you have a degree in, let's say like game design and stuff, or college years spent in college and all this stuff, and you're being knocked down to cleaning out a company spa and everything, I can understand why that guy went through depression. That's pretty low. Again, I don't know why Konami would do something like that. It's pretty fucked up when you hear about it, but at the same time, I'm sure that once Metal Gear Solid 5 drops and the Phantom Pain comes out, this company's going to have nothing left, and the doors are going to open for all those who've worked for them in the past and got screwed over. I'm just saying, how do you do that to somebody who works for you, spends time and their time to make you games that are great, and you still fuck them over like that? That's terrible. And this is the final one. That one employee, upon announcing on Facebook that they were leaving Konami and had a great new job elsewhere, had their post monitored. The article says remaining Konami staff who liked the post were all reshuffled within the company. That right there is like some kind of like weird like tyrant kind of thing, or fucked up sci-fi movie like worlds watching you kind of thing. It's really fucked up. There's no other way to put it. It's fucked up. This guy's obviously leaving the company, and its post is being monitored, and people who, liked it, liking is a sign of, farewell, good luck, best of luck to you, kick ass to the new job kind of thing. They're showing support for their friend and colleague, and they're getting penalized for it. And I'm just like, what the fuck is that? That is shit that is just unreal and stupid beyond belief. I mean, they're not rightfully saying Konami sucks, you're better off going to this new job and everything, it's a terrible company, blah. No, they liked a post. You can't like something and then, in that liking, misinterpret it as, well, they said that. It's not what it is. I mean, it could be. It's like, it's kind of like a secret way of saying, glad you're getting the hell out of here, I suppose. But this shit's like ridiculous, honestly. I'm kind of just like have my mind blown by this company. I mean, they fucked over Silent Hills. They fucked over Kojima. And I was reading articles and interviews from people and saying that Kojima is really hard to work with. He doesn't have good business value, which is why a lot of the games his games are so cost worthy. But they sell huge. Without Metal Gear, Konami would not have made what they did. Quite frankly, they wouldn't have been in the 90s, they were really good with certain things, but Konami was like their golden egg. Not Konami. Metal Gear was their golden egg for Konami. And it's like, you know what? Why don't you just shut up, shove out the money that we know that you have, and stop complaining when this guy makes you so much money? I mean, granted, I'm happy that he's gone from the company. That man has wanted to work on different games for so many years, and he's only brought us a very little despite what he can do. Konami seems to give no fucks whatsoever about the state of their company, the people that work for them. They think that everything is in mobile gaming and Pachi-slot machines, and it's just like, you know what, that's fine if you think that, but don't do that. Don't be one of those scumbags that fuck over the people that work for you that are hard. I had shared a picture the other day, and it says that a good manager or a good boss, a bad manager and a bad boss can ruin a good job, and ruin the staff, make everybody miserable and depressed, and lose your best people. And I had a boss years ago who told me that I was replaceable for the job I was doing, which was true. People can be replaced, but it's how effective you are at the job and how good that you are. Are you worth getting replaced for standing up for what you believe in or trying to do the right thing? Now, people's worth ethic these days aren't as good as they used to be. That's why I'm loved at a lot of the jobs that I've done, and the one that I'm currently going back to after a small. I had to take some care of some family business and everything for a couple of weeks, but they respect me. They've been calling me and texting me, asking when I'm coming back. They can't wait to have me back and everything. The new people, the replacements that they hired for temporarily while I was gone, were terrible. And, like, you can't treat your workers like that. Because, yeah, you'll lose probably one of the best workers you have, and you're going to go through at least 3, 4, maybe even 5 yahoos before you get a halfway decent person that can replace you. And not even replace you, just fill your shoes somewhat and be half as good as what you used to be. And that's, like, what I'm looking at with Konami here. They're just, like, not giving a fuck at all. Like, they really just don't care, it seems, about their employees. I mean, now, again, this could all be, like, something like that's totally fake, because it was on Kotaku and a bunch of other places, and we all know that Kotaku and a couple other sites out there are not 100% worthy for what they report. It's been noted numerous times. But this seems legit when you really go through and look at everything, and I'm just like, glad that Kojima's gone and he can start bringing us some more amazing shit in the future. But it's just sad because, like, when you go from a company that you are, like, like one of the best gaming companies to what you are now, I mean, for crying out loud, you're better. Like, Capcom's better than you. They're starting to turn things around and realize what they need to do. You're not. You're just continuously fucking up. So again, I don't know, like, maybe we'll find some more reports. If more people start leaving the company and they're not bound by laws and they can actually talk about what's happening, maybe we'll hear about the truth, if this is indeed not the truth, which personally I'm starting to believe that it is. Either way, let me know down in the comments below your feelings and thoughts about it, because this is something that, I swear to God, it could catch fire to other companies and stuff like that, the way they treat their employees, especially like their, like, senior staff who've been with them for years and helped have made their empire what it is. It'll spread, and it's going to happen. That's why you just got to be really careful with who you work for, and, well, I mean, I guess you can't be careful anymore because Big Brother's always watching. Either way, thumbs up the video, like and subscribe, because it's free in this day and age. Free's a damn good thing. Also, share the video, because this is one of those ones that's really important that people need to hear about. Everything, because it's just, like I said, it's a fucking madhouse out there, and these companies need to be stopped for what they're doing. So, as always, everybody, thank you for watching. I'm One Big Boss, and I will see you all next time.